leads us into our first story of the day. The Biden administration faces questions over disturbing images along the southern border. Now, before we get to this, I want to start off with a little bit of fucking insane propaganda. Okay? Before we talk about this, I want to show you what a propagandist media does. Okay? I think it was on CBS. Was it on CBS Morning that Jen Psaki went on to answer questions? Was it CBS Morning? I'm sure you guys have seen it already. I mean, just like insanity,
Jen,
dude.
a follow-up question on Haiti.
But it's not even that. It's not even just this. But I want to show you guys something. Did you already cover Mike Preisner confronting Bush? Yes, yesterday. Was it on MSNBC?
Let's bring in White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. She's here ahead of President.
Yeah. What's up? What's going on, dude? Jen Psaki on the fucking morning show, dude? What? Why is Jen Psaki going on the morning shows? Oh, no reason. Just to fucking lie to the American public. That's right. On behalf of an administration that is continuing on the white supremacist, white nationalist immigration policies, the white nativist immigration policies that the previous administration put in place. That's why the fuck she's here. So let's circle right on the Jen Psaki and let's hear what she has to say.
UN General Assembly address as president. And Jen, I want to get to that. It's a big address from the president, but these images along the border are shocking. And the bar is high for shocking images along the border. You've called them horrific. What did the president say? How did he feel when he saw them?
He also felt they were horrific and horrible. I don't know anyone who could watch that video and not have that emotion. Last night, our Secretary of Homeland Security put out a statement conveying there'd be an investigation, that he's going to send additional personnel. And I think it's important for people to know this is not who we are. That's not who the Biden-Harris administration is. And we're going
to... Dude, I fucking hate liberals so much, dude. Oh my fucking God, okay? Every goddamn liberal that follows me in my DMs was like, actually, those aren't whips, sweaty. Those aren't lassos like the slave patrols had. That's just the reins that he's using to hit these Haitian asylum seekers, these refugees, these people that are seeking help from the American government foolishly. Oh, dude, fuck, man. They're reins. He's whipping them with reins, not an actual whip. Never mind, I guess. I guess then it changes the dynamic dramatically. Thank you for correcting me, sir. Bro, they literally are getting fucking food from Mexico because they can't even go and get it in America. They're getting aid from Mexico. They're going back into Mexico, getting food, and then coming back to the fucking underpass that they're staying in. And you got racist ass fucking cowpokes over here whipping them with their fucking reins, dude. Get the fuck out of here, you psycho. You can never, ever defend a single part of this, dude. This is just white supremacy working. Can you imagine? For all the liberals that are watching me that don't recognize it, they're like, duh, I don't get it. Like, Joe Biden is always good. So, explain to me how you would feel if the Trump administration had these exact same images. Like, how fucking angry would you be? How angry would you be if the Trump admin was whipping black migrants that are seeking shelter, that are seeking help in the aftermath of a gigantic fucking earthquake that murked half their country right after political turmoil that we played a significant role in, by the way, and an assassination of their president? Like, can you imagine, dude? Oh my God, every show would be like, this is Nazism. This is racism. People will be going over to the fucking border and crying. That's crazy, man. That's actually crazy when it's like, is Mexico not letting them in? Dude, Mexico does not have the capability of helping these people. They're coming over from Mexico. A lot of the Haitian migrants that are here right now, the ones that we were speaking of, originally went to Brazil. Okay? And when the opportunities dried up in Brazil in the aftermath of the Olympics, they went over to Chile. They went over to different parts of Central America. And they could not make do. There was a lot of fucking racist sentiment launched against them. Then now they're coming into the United States. The Mexican security forces are also whipping them on the other side of the fucking border, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, the Mexican army is also literally whipping them just on the other side of the border because they're complying with the Trump deal that was facilitated with the AMLO administration to keep the migrants inside of Mexican borders. They covered up no human is illegal. I love that, dude. I mean, this is like fake. I don't think this is real, but like, I mean, this is a powerful image, dude. You got white slave patrol people whipping fucking black people, dude. I mean, what more do you need to see? Like, this is just straight fucking, this is just white supremacy. This is a photo that captures white supremacy in the United States of America in 2021. It is still alive. It is still well. And it's popping off. Like, and to all the liberals who fancy themselves to be, on the right side of history, who fantasize about how they would be on the right side of history. They'd be like fucking, helping free slaves and shit. Like, dude, if you're not doing everything you can to fucking apply pressure to this administration to stop this immediately and help these Haitian immigrants instead of fucking deporting them, and it's like weird to even call it deportation. They're purging them, okay? They're literally fucking throwing them in planes and shipping them back off to fucking Haiti right now. Using a Trump era provision to say, oh, we're protecting the country from COVID. Here, don't take my word for it. Let's hear Jen Psaki talk about it.
Absolutely pursue that investigation and get to the bottom of what happened here.
Meanwhile, deportation flights are ongoing. And I think what's confusing for people there is...
Where do you see whipping in this, though? It's the horse's reins. They're proof of whipping. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not just a whipping, dude. It's literally... First of all, there are photos of them getting whipped by the fucking dude in the horse reins who's like punching them, fucking trying to pull them off, doing a bunch of insane shit in that scuffle. But you are a psychopath if you're like, well, I don't see the whipping. Like, I want to see what? You want to see the pelting, dude? You want to see like the actual fucking scars? Is that the only way that you will recognize that this is fucked up? You watch people getting rounded up like fucking cattle by some yee dipshit who fancies himself a fucking cowboy, and you're like, I don't know.
Secretary Mayorkas back in May said to Haitian nationals already here, we know things are so terrible in your country that you're going to get a temporary extension. We're not going to send you back. Mm-hmm. Your case is going to be ongoing. You're going to be here. Shouldn't that same idea apply now?
You're right. Temporary protected status, which is something the Secretary and the Secretary of State also put in place. They actually extended it further because of the turmoil on the ground into later in the summer. Now, anyone who was here before then may be eligible for temporary protected status.
It's fucked up, but there's no whipping. You can't show us any proof of it. If you can, I'll admit I'm wrong happily. I won't support lies, though. Show me someone actually being whipped or even hit at all. I've seen it anywhere. Okay. Let me ask you a question, Zootron. Let me ask you a serious question. Is whipping the only part of that you care? Is that where you draw the line? Let's say there is no whipping, okay? You fucking pathetic white supremacist psychopath. Let's say there's not a single fucking frame of whipping that the reins are being used to whip someone. Do you really think that that's the main problem I have with this situation? It's the whipping? Like, everything beyond that is actually not dehumanizing? The fact that they have to go to fucking Mexico to get food and then come back is already dehumanizing enough. The fact that they're living under a fucking underpass is already dehumanizing enough. You fucking dipshit Nazi fuckbag. Holy shit, dude. It's fucked up, but there's no whipping. You can't show us any proof of it. I'll admit I'm wrong. No, you won't. You won't admit you're wrong because you don't give a fuck. All you care about is like trying to fucking win an argument over minutia. Here you go, dude. Are you happy? Are you fucking happy, dude? Is that good? Are you excited now? Was that the only fucking problem? Now they're going to be like, well, it's actually hitting him with the reins. It might have been an accident. He can't admit that he's wrong because I banned him already. Dumb fuck. I don't want that kind of fucking idiot in here. It's hard for Chuz to understand the struggle of immigrants because they don't see them as human, just third-class subhumans. Is so aggravating. Yeah. It's so strange. Like, it's such a fucking strange thing to, like... It's such a strange thing to hyper-focus on, dude. Like, you see these dudes rounding up migrants like they're fucking cattle and like beating them and shit, okay? And like even the horse trampling alongside them is terrifying enough. And your hyper focus is like, are they actually whipping? God damn, dude. It's some real fucking, that's some real mayonnaise monkey shit right there. Fuck, dude. Absolutely. I'm sorry. Actually, I don't see the whipping, so, sir, that could be anything. Fucking idiot. If that's your focus, you're gone, dude. Your brain is gone.
People may be eligible for that. But right now, we also have to implement our laws at the border. We also want to protect people, both in that community, but also migrants. One of the challenges as we're...
Bro, saying we want to protect migrants is literally the Trump administration's bullshit fucking line. Okay? Oh, we want to protect the migrants. And that's how we protect the migrants, by sending them, by tossing them into a fucking plane and shipping them back to fucking Haiti. That's how you protect migrants. When they're literally coming into this country and going, please help us. Instead of offering them due process, instead of accelerating paperwork or even offering them the opportunity to put in fucking proper paperwork for asylum seeking, we're just like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We're going to lock you in a fucking plane and just ship your ass back to Haiti. That's how we help the migrants, dude. This is exactly what the Trump administration said and did.
We're all facing a pandemic here, is the gathering of so many people. We're still implementing Title 42, which means that we are going to send people out of the country who come in as we implement that.
A COVID safety protocol.
Exactly.
But did you say that it's possible that that extension that applies to Haitians already here could apply to those coming across the border now?
Well, Tony, it's already been extended because of the turmoil on the ground. It was early.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hey, what's up? Wait. Let's run that back. Sorry. I love that the media like actually asks like good questions every now and then.
Possible.
The country who come in as we implement that.
A COVID safety protocol.
Exactly.
But did you say?
Yeah, COVID safety protocol, dude. Hey, here's COVID safety protocol. Literally fucking inoculate every single migrant that comes in. There you go. Inoculate and quarantine. What's the problem? Yeah, they would fucking love that. I'm sure that like First of all, there are millions of unused vaccines, okay? There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of unused vaccines all around the fucking country. Go ahead. Give it to the Haitian migrants, dude. I promise you they would love that. Okay? There you go. Problem solved. Quarantine, vaccinate, and quarantine. 14 days. And then after that, boom. Accelerate paperwork and move them over to permanent housing, or at least temporary housing for the duration of the paperwork. You kidding me, dude? Nothing. There is no, this is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit.
That it's possible that that extension that applies to Haitians already here could apply to those coming across the border now?
Well, Tony, it's already been extended because of the turmoil on the ground. It was earlier this
Yeah, hey guys, they extended it because, you know, there's a lot of turmoil on the ground.
That's something that the Secretary of Homeland Security and Secretary of State do look into. But again, as we look to the photos, not just the ones you referenced, but of all of these families and people under the bridges, we wanted to also take steps to implement our laws and to protect a lot of them from the spread of COVID.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it right now. We are a nation of law and order. We are a nation of borders. The only difference between Jen Psaki's rhetoric and also her defense is that she's not saying that these guys are dogs. Okay, that's it. The only difference between her and Donald Trump is that she's not saying these guys are not human, they're dirty, and they're fucking, you know, coming from shithole countries. That's the only difference. And if you hyper focus on that as a fucking standalone to say like, well, you know, okay, well, that's still different. That's still important. Okay, who gives a fuck, dude? Ultimately, if you're treating these human beings that are looking to us for help as dogs, it doesn't matter if you fucking call them a dog or not from the bully pulpit. You get that, right? So explain to me why this is going on. You know? What is happening, dude? What the fuck? Why is the Biden administration fighting in court to keep a Trump-era immigration policy? If you come to the U.S. illegally, you will be returned, Mayorkas said at a news conference. Your journey will not succeed. What's up? Why are we continuing Title 42? I thought we ran on how the Democrats were going to be different, dude. What's up with that? Can someone explain to me what the fuck is up with that, dude? Why are we still literally doing the Trump administration immigration policy? I thought that the guy who wrote that, Stephen Miller, was a white supremacist, dude. What's up? Whip or no whip? This shit is unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable. So progressive this administration is. So good. Animals, dude. These people in polite society are the real fucking animals. They mistreat migrants and human beings that are still, they're just still trying to fucking survive, okay? The real animal is the person that fucking sees someone who's in a desperate circumstance and fucking sicks their rabid fucking dogs on them. That's the real animal shit.
as well.
You know, there's a lot of incoming, Jen, at the White House these days. What will be the president's message today at the United General Assembly?
Well,
he appears to be really under the gun on so many different levels.
Well, the way the president views it, and we all view it, is that's what you do as president. You navigate crises, you weather storms, and we're certainly doing that right now. But
bro, this is, by the way, what you are seeing is just the future of American climate change policy. I just want to let you know, like, what you are seeing unfold in front of your eyes, this is America's future climate change policy. There will be a lot more migrations occurring all around the planet from developing nations that cannot handle the heating, that cannot handle the extreme weather conditions because they simply do not have the infrastructure to deal with it. What you're watching right now, I've talked about this literally years ago, okay? Like, I've been talking about this exact thing for 10 years almost now. It's fucking happening.
But this is a huge opportunity today for the president. He's obviously been on the world stage for a long time, but he's going to say to the world, all the leaders in the room, we're not looking inward after we end a 20-year war. We're going to look.
I don't give a fuck about this shit. I don't give a fuck about what Joe Biden is going to tell the rest of the fucking world leaders. Wonderful, dude. Wonderful stuff.
Also faces questions over troubling new images from the southern border. These are Border Patrol agents on horseback rounding up Haitian migrants who are seeking asylum in the U.S. Thousands of people are camped near a bridge in Del Rio, Texas, close to the Mexico border. Politicians from both parties are slamming the government response. Manuel Bojorquez is in Del Rio. Manuel, good morning.
Good morning. Deportations are being sped up with 1 to 3 flights.
Remember, you said either the U.S. will, I said either the U.S. will let migrants and climate refugees in or just kill them. Yeah, and they're going to kill them. I told you this. I've been telling you this for fucking years. There's only two ways out of this conflict. Either accelerating the cruelty that you subject those who dare come inside of our borders so that that cruelty is so bad that they don't even want to fucking take a chance, okay? They don't even want to take a chance of being like jailed and then have to work as a slave in our deportation facilities, right? Like, the situation is going to be worse off for them inside of the U.S. borders rather than fucking, rather than back home. Either you have to increase the cruelty to ensure that, like, it's too much of a bargain for any migrant to come in, or you have to improve their material conditions over at home while simultaneously allowing as many people in as possible and focusing on integration.
Flights a day departing from the U.S. to Haiti, and an additional 600 federal agents have been sent to this section of the border to help. But an incident involving Border Patrol on horseback has the Department of Homeland Security investigating.
It is tragic and it is heartbreaking.
After seeing the camp where thousands of mostly Haitian migrants are waiting near the U.S. border, Secretary of Homeland Security.
It's sad that both parties are turning rightward on this issue. Dude, both parties have always been rightward on this issue. America is, I'm sorry, but a white supremacist fucking country. Our history is white supremacist. Our roots are white supremacist. Our fundamentals, our foundation is white supremacist. Welcome to fucking reality. There's no turn. This has always been the fucking reality. Both parties despise immigrants. They use it as a fucking talking point. They love the labor. Don't get me wrong. They love that cheap labor. Ooh, there's a reason why businesses don't get, like, significant punishments for hiring undocumented immigrants. Okay? Without undocumented immigrants, we have no economy. Okay? They love that cheap labor. If you wanted to truly stop undocumented immigration in this country, you would just start fucking hurting the businesses to a degree that it's not just a simple fine or a slap on the wrist. You would charge them criminally for hiring undocumented immigrants, but they don't. Okay, because we would never have meat production. We would have no agricultural production. without undocumented migrants, without undocumented immigrants. That's just the fucking reality. And the real way to fix that problem is not by continuing this double-tiered system where, like, the American workforce that's documented is already being exploited and oppressed, but then they're constantly threatened with a never-ending refilling labor pool that will work for much, much less for way worse conditions. It's to actually document everyone and allow everyone to unionize so they can fucking advocate for better workplace conditions, better safety for all workers. But no, it's a lot easier for capital owners to pin American documented workers against the undocumented laborers over and over and over again while they take up a larger piece of the pie every fucking day. The entire pie is there for the taking. You just can't even recognize it because you're too focused on, like, these people that look different than you, these people that, like, you know, sound different than you, that you've been told are bad and evil and wrong and dirty. They've been dehumanized, are coming in here to steal your fucking job. And take away, like, the tiniest fucking fraction of that pie that you're already given. It's bullshit, though. And by the way, if there's fucking any, if there's any truth, look at the situation right now. Look at the labor shortages that people are fucking screaming about, dude. They don't want to fucking do that. They don't want to work. Nobody wants to work at those fucking dog shit jobs for dog shit fucking conditions for dog shit pay. That's the reason why fucking people are screeching and crying. That's the reason why the Chamber of Commerce, like, please, like, at gunpoint, send these fucking, you know, American citizens back to work. It shouldn't be this way.
Alejandro Mayorkas issued this stark warning.
If you come to the United States illegally, you will be returned.
And in one case, an agent on horseback can be seen grabbing the shirt of a migrant, appearing to whip him as he desperately tries to escape. But Mayorkas was also asked to respond to images like these. Border Patrol agents on horseback seen trying to keep
He's, like, literally trying to whip them as they're getting away
from crossing into the country. As one group tried to pass, an agent said this.
Hey, you use your women? This is why your country.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security called the footage extremely troubling and said DHS is investigating the matter. Aquí a los Estados Unidos, how difficult was that journey? Some of the migrants who do qualify for asylum have been allowed in, like Ralder Hasan. And why did you leave? ¿Por qué saliste de Haití?
Porque mi país no tiene buena seguridad.
There's no security in Haiti.
Sí, por eso salimos y a buscar más vida.
Looking for a better life, una mejor vida. Sí. Javier Martinez Jr. is a lifelong resident of Del Rio. He says citizens in his city fear possible shortages of medical care.
We are a population of 35,000 or more. Now we're accommodating over 10, 13,000 more. Our little HEBs, our little Walmarts are not, at capacity for that. So our shelves are being a little empty now.
Martinez says the closure of the international bridge connecting Del Rio, Texas to Ciudad Acuña, Mexico is having an economic impact because workers from Mexico who are allowed to work here and cross daily into the U.S. are unable to do so, and some businesses are finding it difficult to operate. Tony?
Manny, thank you very much.
Tonight, don't come to the United States illegally. That is a strong message from the DHS secretary tonight, as more than 10,000 migrants are still living under that bridge in Del Rio, Texas. It comes as new video shows law enforcement agents confronting Haitian migrants.
I thought Haitian people spoke French Creole. What the fuck? They do, but a lot of the Haitian people had to learn Spanish because they first went to Spanish-speaking and Portuguese-speaking countries. Like, they went to Brazil, they went to Central America.
Flores is out front.
questions tonight.
Dude, I'm not gonna fucking hang out at the beach. You still got money to buy a Jordan PSG jersey? I can't even buy that. Dude, fuck off, dude. Jesus Christ. Imagine pocket watching some of the most fucking, literally the most marginalized person on the planet. Like, pound for pound, one of the most oppressed human beings on this planet right now. You're staring at him on your fucking computer screen in America, in your mommy's little basement, and you're going, oh my God, I can't believe he has a fucking jersey. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Yeah, dude, a lot of people have fucking fake shit, okay? I'm just gonna let you know. Even if it was a fucking genuine jersey, who gives a fuck?
About this video appearing to show Border Patrol agents confronting refugees aggressively on the Rio Grande.
I don't think anyone seeing that footage would think it was acceptable or appropriate.
The conditions under the International Bridge in Del Rio, Texas, a border town 150 miles west of San Antonio, also raising eyebrows.
Have you seen anything like this before?
No, this is the first.
Thousands of migrants living in makeshift huts, sleeping in the dirt, waiting their turn to get processed.
Was America always so hateful to immigrants, or was it more recent development of Reagan-era conservatism? Dude, Ronald Reagan was a racist asshole, but America was always horrifying to immigrants, like horrible to immigrants. But Ronald Reagan would look like a fucking angel with respect to his immigration policy in comparison to the Democratic Party of today. Like, we were genuinely experimenting with amnesty in the Reagan era. Like, there was like a legitimate fucking conversation about amnesty. There was amnesty too. Like, he was still a racist piece of shit and he was still awful to fucking immigrants. But like, Ronald Reagan would look better than like most of the fucking only on immigration policy, but like post DHS, in the post DHS world, every president has looked significantly worse than Ronald Reagan.
Assessed by U.S. immigration authorities, a site DHS Secretary.
Why is there not the same criticism of EU countries that have a strict immigration law when you put them on a pedestal for other policy? Have you fucking heard the way I fucking scream about immigration in the EU? First of all, I literally think that like EU does not do anywhere near enough. And even then, for pound, France, even the most fucking racist countries in Europe, still do more than we do. Bro, we took in 75 refugees in fucking Montana or Wyoming, and the governor was like, 75 Afghan refugees. And the governor was like, we can't, we gotta kill them. We gotta do something about them. Okay, I don't know. $75, dude. Yeah, I mean, we ethnically cleanse Mexicans, yes. Are you talking about the Bracero program? Yeah, the Bracero program. Or also known as, and I'm going to use a slur here, that was actually fucking featured prominently on the New York Times. What was it? Operation Wetback? Yeah. That was literally like the title. Yeah. Tell me about how, you know, the American government has historically always relied on Latino immigration and migrant labor. Always, only to fucking turn their back on every single person that worked here, that was trying to, you know, make a better life for themselves. Only to fucking literally just like ship them off to like random parts of the country. Just like horrifying shit. Yeah, but Huerta and Chavez used that term wetback and formed wet lines on the border in their union battles. Yeah. I know. And I fucking disagree with that too. I'm aware. What are you, Tucker Carlson? Yeah, I'm aware that fucking that like Mexican American and Latino American union organizers literally brutalized fucking migrants. Remember what I just mentioned to you. Remember what I just said. Okay? What did I tell you? It was a lack of fucking insight into taking a larger piece of the fucking pie. People seeing undocumented labor as labor that harms the union movement in this country is bad. The real way to look at the problem, the real way to identify the problem and solve it is by allowing migrants to come in, document them, and allow them to be a part of the fucking union movement. That's how this works. They considered migrant laborers that were crossing the border to work scabs. If you want to fix the labor issue, you need to give businesses an incentive to want to hire documented workers. No. Undocumented immigrants do not fucking... Okay. Undocumented immigrants do not hurt the overall labor movement. They only are used, they're only weaponized against the documented labor force as a threat. Okay? Oh, you're not going to work? That's fine. We have this other person who will work for much less than you and much worse conditions. And the moment that they fucking speak out against the work conditions or back pay, we'll just fucking call INS or ICE on ourselves so they come in, raid, and fucking deport them. This is the common practice. What we have to do is allow, and I don't care that the IWW supported these very racist and xenophobic policies in the past. I don't care. That is in the past. What we should do now is learn from the mistakes of the fucking past. Jesus Christ. Like, I get it. I know that already. I know that. I understand that. I know that that's how it has worked in the past. Like, what's next? Are you going to fucking tell me that, like, Bernie Sanders once said open borders is a Koch brothers policy? Is that what you're going to tell me? I know all of this shit, dude. This is what I do for a living. Okay? And I'm saying that that's wrong. That way of thinking is wrong. Holy fuck. What you're supposed to do in this situation, and I'm very well aware of the historic precedent and the cruelty that we have historically subjected migrant workers to. We need to change that. We need to change that attitude. We need to change the way we look at migrant workers. We need to change the way we look at migrants and immigrants in general. France, the most racist country. LMAO, U.S. views on EU, where we had to take all the U.S. bullshit in the Middle East. I love when a fucking French person tries to disprove that France is the most racist country and then continues to be like, we had to take in all of these US bullshit in the Middle East. Like, dude, thanks, man. Thanks for literally proving my point, you fucking dumb idiot, dude. Also, you're in the chat of a fucking Muslim streamer. Like, you're literally in here talking shit about a fucking about Islam and Muslims. And I already admitted that. I said France, despite how fucking racist they are in a lot of ways, still took in a fuckload
Alejandro Mayorkas witnessed today.
If you come to the United States illegally, you will be returned. Your journey will not succeed, and you will be endangering your
Americans were treating Mexican immigrants with Zyklon B at the border because they were considered dirty. I wonder where Zyklon B was used later. Yeah, that's right.
life and your family's lives.
So right now we're going down to the international bridge here in Del Rio.
CNN rode along with Lieutenant Christopher Olivares with the Texas Department of Public Safety.
So right now we're here at one of the, this is the main area that they were crossing.
Our first stop, an area where from the air, CNN cameras had captured migrants crossing freely just days earlier.
They were crossing to and from the U.S. via this dam. Just take a look. That's Mexico. You can see the flag flying.
And now
Bro, you guys know my take on this. Like, dude, just because you were born on this side of the fucking border, on this like imaginary border, does not mean you deserve to be more than those dudes. Okay, those dudes deserve to be here way, way more than like the average racist American. 1,000%. Okay, 1,000%. Those dudes are busting ass to fucking be here. You know, crossing this fucking fake ass border, just made up shit. Like, they actually are struggling hard as fuck to be here. That's a terrible take. No, it's not. It's a take that I 1,000% believe in. %. You can say that's a terrible take all day, dude. You can fucking cry about it all fucking day. Borders are arbitrary man-made boundaries. They are scars on this earth. Every border implies the violence of its maintenance. Borders are fucking bullshit, dude. Bullshit. And ultimately, if you don't want an influx of migrants coming here, you have to better the fucking material conditions in these nations of origin where migrants are coming from. I mean, yes, but that's idealist. No, it's not. It's not. It's fucking bullshit. If they were trying hard to be here, why aren't they applying their skills for a green card sponsor? I want to fucking put every single person that says dumbass things like this from the most privileged fucking position that you could possibly ever be in on a rocket ship to fucking the sun. I just want to launch every fucking dumbass that says shit like this into the sun, dude. It is some of the most frustrating and idiotic, irresponsibly privileged fucking points of argumentation I've ever encountered. It's like, are you insane, dude? Do you know how fucking hard that process is? It's impossible, dude. You think we're offering green cards to fucking Haitian migrants, dude? Are you insane? And even then, fuck the green card. What you're talking about is like an exceptional, what is it? Like, I think it's called like an exceptionality, an exceptional immigrant visa, what you're referencing. That process is expensive. Not only that, but also these people don't have fucking time for that. This is like not a time, that's a time consuming thing that is completely shut off to like 99.9% of these immigrants anyway. Okay? And also, they want to fucking do asylum seeking, which a lot of them should qualify for considering the political turmoil and devastation back in Haiti. And they can't even fucking do that. We're deporting them without even giving them any constitutional rights whatsoever that we offer to every citizen unconditionally on U.S. soil. We are treating them as non-human. And you are too when you say idiotic shit like that. Why don't they get a green card? I don't know, man. I don't know. Just think about it for like more than 1 second and maybe you can comprehend it. Imagine an earthquake fucking murders your family. Okay? An earthquake murders your entire family. Okay? A month before, your president is assassinated. Like, gangs are running the fucking streets. A lot of that, by the way, is a direct consequence of American foreign policy, by the way. Okay? And you know, you don't have a home anymore and you're like, fuck, man. I was right in the middle of my green card application process. Are you fucking insane, dude? And what they're doing is survival. The fact that you could turn around and look at a person, a human being who's trying to fucking survive, and go, I don't understand, man. Why don't you fucking work for that privilege because they ain't American? You work for that privilege. The only thing you did was crawl out of your mother's pussy. You fucking vermin. You racist scumbag. Okay? That's the only thing you did. You crawled out of your fucking mom's pussy, and that's all you did. And you've been a fucking bile-infested dipshit your entire fucking life. You scumbag, dude. I fucking despise people like this. Oh my God, I would deport you so quick. Just fucking toss your ass out to some faraway fucking island, you know, and do a 1-to-1 transfer program. Cringe Biden, base Trump, white man bad, black man good, racist. Idiot doesn't even know how to spell racist, dude. You didn't work for shit, dude. You just got profoundly lucky. That's it.
The flow has stopped.
God damn, dude. I'm just like, sorry. I just, this is the issue that for obvious reasons, it gets me fucking very fired up because people just show their ass so regularly. It's just one issue where like so many liberals as well can just like openly be insanely fucking racist and get away with it in liberal circles too. Yeah, I mean that photo of like the no human is illegal crossed out is actually true. That's how liberals are. Anyway, while I'm in the middle of the rant, I forgot it, but it is top of the hour. So I'm going to run a 60-second ad break right now. Why should they get civility if you can't be civil to your chat? I don't want them to be civil. I want them to be humane. If you consider me fucking saying meanie bobini words to you, or not even to you, but like animals in the chat that are just like racist, spewing fucking bile, dehumanizing migrants, when I'm in the process of like showing imagery that's supposed to set you off, that's supposed to help you understand their humanity, then, you know, you're nothing. You're a scumbag. You're a fucking Nazi. So if you run defense for them and be like, why aren't you being civil to the fucking Nazis? I'm gonna ban you too. You suck my dick, dude. You've been in here for 13 months. You know decorum is nothing when we're talking about human rights abuses. Anyway, it's top of the fucking hour. Time for a 60-second ad break. Most green cards categories have years, if not decade-long wait lists. That too, if you qualify for those categories, which no migrant or even well-educated immigrants do. Yeah, exactly. We were having a hard time bringing my grandma here, even when the rest of our whole family is citizens here, just because my parents sponsored a cousin. My parents are not enough to sponsor her now. So we're trying to find another sponsor. We were told that after 3 years of process and interview, it's not easy at all by any means, even if you have direct family and citizens. Now imagine the struggles in a legal method process. I mean, yeah, like I'm an anchor baby. Okay. My father is Turkish, like full-blown Turkish. My mother had citizenship. And she gave birth to me here on U.S. soil, so I would not have to go through this process. I was very fucking fortunate. My father now has American citizenship as well. He got a green card after the marriage and all that. And then he got a citizenship. So he's a dual citizen just like I am. But even in that situation, it's so fucking insane to me that like, you know, that itself is, and we are fortunate enough to be from an affluent background, all this other stuff. We're fortunate enough to you know, have a natural born U.S. citizenship. It's wild to me that, like, it's fucking wild to me that, like, that process alone was, like, complicated. That is not available to so many of these people. These people just want to survive. They're trying to survive. Bro, stop saying Nazi shit. There's no Nazi shit in the U.S., only Australia. What? Austria? Oh, that's like a guy that I banned before, right? It's the same dude. Yeah. Anyway, I keep fucking repeating this, but it's top of the hour. I'm gonna run an ad break. If you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $4. You can do it for free with a Twitch Prime. I'm gonna run the video after this, but you can also, if you don't want to subscribe, you can use an ad blocker or VPN. Here's the ad now.
Olivares says this sea of Texas state troopers helped secure the river.
I'll be back.
Be careful.
And moments later, we see the shocking scene under the Del Rio International Bridge. Thousands of migrants, mostly Haitian, say officials, living in squalor, like James Centillas, who says he left his home country for Chile in 2015 with his wife and 2 children.
He says that someone assaulted him in Haiti and someone shot at his aunt.
And 2 months ago, they started the trek to the United States.
You say that the route is open to enter in the United States. What does that mean? Family, friends, he says. Que dijeron la frontera está abierta. The border is open.
Sí, tengo muchas personas. Primo.
Tillis's voice breaks as he talks about his family.
So why is it so painful?
Porque estamos sufriendo acá, estamos sufriendo.
Because you're suffering.
He says food is hard to come by and the weather is tough to bear.
If you look closely, you'll see that these are men, women, children. I see pregnant women, infants.
Border Patrol's top cop announcing this weekend a surge of 600 agents, officers, and other personnel.
Why Del Rio? Why now? What does your intelligence tell you?
Traditionally, it's because of word of mouth. Certainly what happened this time is that number doubled and then tripled relatively quickly.
And to expedite processing, removal flights to Haiti have increased, says Border Patrol. And word about this is spreading quickly under the bridge.
You don't want to return to Haiti. It's too difficult, you say.
Where the immigration waiting room into the U.S. is quickly turning into a gate back to Haiti.
After Secretary Mayorkas viewed that
My grandparents were professors in Nigeria. My mom was studying at USC, and I was born here, and it still took my dad a long-ass time to get citizenship. I don't know what people think the process is for coming here legally, but it's insanely hard, timely, and expensive to get a green card. Yeah.
controversial footage of Border Patrol agents on horseback. DHS issuing this statement that says, in part, the Department of Homeland Security does not tolerate the abuse of migrants in our custody, and we take these allegations very seriously. U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Office of Professional Responsibility is investigating the matter and has alerted the DHS.
That's the thing people don't understand. Like, a lot of the fucking legal immigrants that you see here in this country, there's a reason why they always say dumb shit like, why don't everybody else come legally, you know? There's a reason why there's so many fucking, you know, uncle and aunties out here that are like straight up fucking spewing bile because they are coming from rich fucking families. They were able to come here legally because they're in the top 1% of their own respective fucking countries. Okay? That's what that is. I mean, I'm a fucking great example. I'm a great example of this. Like, you think like every random fucking Turkish person can come here, dude? Are you insane? No, like I come from a fucking affluent background like you. Yeah, dumbass. Exactly. Exactly. That's the point. Yes. A fact I mention all the fucking time. Chill. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you and your fucking whole lineage, dumb fuck. Motherfucker like you. Disgusting, dude. I mean, seriously, disgusting. Fucking dumb inbred bitch.
DHS Office of Inspector General. Aaron.
Secretary, thank you so much for being with us this morning. I know that you've seen this video, you are investigating, but is there any reason why border agents would be charging at migrants in such a way that you are seeing children ducking out of the way?
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me. Any mistreatment or abuse of a migrant is unacceptable, is against Border Patrol policy, training, and our department's values. Indeed, we have directed an investigation. That investigation is underway, and it will be conducted swiftly, and the public needs and deserves to know its results. I also have directed that the Office of Professional Responsibility be on site in Del Rio full-time. We will not tolerate any mistreatment of an individual.
So abuse and mistreatment not tolerated, is that abuse or mistreatment where you see...
Relax, man. Anger solves absolutely nothing in one-on-one convos. You're probably just pushing them farther right. Pushing them farther right? I don't give a fuck, dude. We live literally in a white supremacist-ass country. Are you stupid? That kind of fucking attitude against immigrants, especially in the process of us like watching fucking footage of like the psychopathic Gestapo-ass Border Patrol brutalizing these people, is not going to be tolerated. I don't give a fuck about sparing the feelings of dumb, racist fucking hogs. Okay? Sorry, dude. I'm not going to spare the fucking Nazi supporters' feelings. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, dude, he was a racist, but he was going to have his mind changed, but now he's going to be more racist, dude. Okay, what's he going to do, dude? Go fucking, like, directly go and work for the Border Patrol? Is that what he's going to do? All right, fuck him.
Children ducking out of the way, horses charging migrants, reins being used.
We are very troubled by what we have seen. We are going to let the investigation unfold very, very quickly, determine the facts, and then we will take the action that is appropriate based on those facts. The facts will drive the conduct that we employ to hold anyone accountable for a violation of our policies.
Okay, so I hear you saying that a horse charging near a child is not necessarily mistreatment. You're not ready to say that as this investigation proceeds.
That is not at all what I have said. One cannot weaponize a horse to aggressively attack a child. That is unacceptable. That is not what our policies and our training require. Please understand, let me be quite clear. That is not acceptable. We will not tolerate mistreatment. And we will address it with full force based on the facts that we learn.
Okay, what did you think when you saw this? When you saw this behavior on the part of the agents, when you saw them yelling at migrants, which, by the way, I would like to play part of what we saw, what we're witnessing on the border.
Hey, you use your women? This is why your country because you use your women for this. You go, that way.
Like, using their women in that situation, let me clarify something, because that is a perfect fucking frame of, like, again, white supremacist ass attitudes that people have towards the people seeking asylum, people seeking help in desperate and dire circumstances. That line in and of itself is wild. So first of all, he's saying you're using your women. What he's referencing there is the fact that a lot of the men immediately get rounded up and put on a fucking airplane back to Haiti. So because they can't find food here, like because they can't leave that area, they don't want to get arrested and deported, they have to go to Mexico to get fucking food. And women and children are able to cross the border to get food. because you can't be fucking dunking on and whipping women because that's a bad look, even for the most, sympathetic liberals. Even at that point, they're like, okay, that's kind of fucked up, right? Remember what happened with the Trump administration. So women are the ones who are going back, getting the food and bringing them, right? The reason why that's occurring is because of the fucking racist ass immigration policy to begin with. The white nativist immigration policy to begin with. Nobody should be forcing to cross the border back to Mexico to get food to come back into the United States. Okay? So that's one. Two, seems like they're using one bad apple to slander the good name of every Border Patrol officer. As long as it's limited to one whip per migrant. Okay, very cool, man. I love it. I love whenever I get fucking riled up about a particular issue, and this one is like, for obvious reasons, one of the issues that like is closest to the things that I get frustrated about personally. It's just like every time Nazis see me getting fucking riled up with this, but they just think that this is a great opportunity. How do you find the ability to still have love for this country? I don't love this country. I love the people, okay? And I don't love all the people, obviously. When you have experienced rejection by these people, I ask because this is something I've struggled with my whole life. I've been here since I was 8 and see this as my home, but I can't help to hate it with the amount of oppression and lack of opportunity I have went through here. Like, how do you balance those opposing feelings? You just have to fucking believe in you have to believe in your fellow Americans, because there's like a lot of awesome people. Look at this fucking community. There's hella Americans in here that aren't Nazis, you know what I mean? That feel the same way that you do. You like to quickly label everything white supremacy. Aren't these guys just following their jobs? Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Do you think a slave patrol Pinkerton that is whipping black people that are runaway slaves that are trying to escape to freedom, do you think that person is just following their job, or do you think that person is a agent of white supremacy? I'll take your answer. I won't. Just kidding. I'm going to ban you regardless because you're a fucking idiot. Okay? There is no just doing their job. You can't do that. Like, you can't do it. There's no Nuremberg defense for that. Just following my orders, man.
Secretary, what was your initial reaction when you saw these things?
I was horrified by what I saw. I'm going to let the investigation run its course, but the pictures that I observed troubled me profoundly.
What's it like fulfilling the stereotype that you come in and do the garbage jobs Americans are too soft-handed to perform? What do you mean? Mr. Hasan, you raised to the UK and say we're raised when we let all immigrants get jobs and homes? Yeah, okay.
That defies all of the values that we seek to instill in our people. And I will tell you, I saw the values that we do instill in our people in exhibition when I visited Under the Bridge and saw them work with the American Red Cross, the Department of Health and Human Services, World Central Kitchen, in addressing the needs of a vulnerable population.
Like, the funniest part about this is that this dude's job didn't exist. Like, I'm older than this guy's agency, okay? Like, some of the chatters in here are the same age as the Department of Homeland Security. Like, that's the wildest thing. And it's kind of funny to think about, like, ICE, Department of Homeland Security. Like, these are literally like post 9/11 inceptions. Like, these are post 9/11 inventions that now we act like are a staple of American society. There are Zoomers that are old in the fucking Department of Homeland Security. Bro, literally imagine getting asked at your job to do what these agents are doing. You instantly refuse and quit, right? If not, you're a white supremacist. Sorry, absolutely, without a doubt. Like, I talk about fucking ACAB and stuff like that, about how like cops uphold unjustifiable laws as a part of their job. They're there to protect the interests of capital, not the interests of people, all that sort of stuff. But I still always say, like, you could have ultimately joined the police force under the false assumption that like you're gonna fucking do some good. You know what I mean? And there are a lot of people that think like, oh, cops still do good. Like, there's a lot of movies out there, you know, despite the fact that they should learn that you can't. Okay? But ICE, no excuses. You're just straight doing Nazi shit. And before you tell me like 52% of the fucking CBP force is like Latino, yeah, they are Nazis too. Okay? They're racist as fuck. Fuck them. Okay? They can suck my fucking dick. I don't give a fuck, dude. Being Latino doesn't change the reality that like what you're doing is fucking disgusting. Okay? Dumbass liberals who come in here and they're like, but they're actually Latinos. You don't understand. It's an important job in Latino communities in the South. Like, yeah, they can suck my cock too. Filth.
Of migrants under the bridge in Del Rio. That reflects who we are, and any mistreatment or abuse of an individual defies our values and who we are and what we stand for.
Under that bridge in Del Rio, where you were, you have what is, I mean, it's a refugee camp that is under and around the bridge. How quickly can you...
This motherfucker's like, the whipping is where I draw the line, okay? The whipping is not what we stand for. Putting them in fucking planes and like shipping them back in an expedited process to fucking Haiti, though, after it's been devastated by an earthquake, a hurricane, and fucking political turmoil that came before that, and like nearly a century of like American policy that disrupted the country and ruined its infrastructure. You know, before, you know, doing all that, that's normal. That's good stuff. We got to do that. We got to protect our borders. We're a nation of laws, man. But fuck, man, whipping, that's where I stop. That's where I draw the line, dude.
Clear that, knowing that there are more migrants coming.
So we have moved approximately 4,000, perhaps more, 4,000 migrants from under that bridge already. We are moving more migrants very quickly to other processing centers so that we can ensure their security and safety and the security and safety of the community. We are repatriating individuals. We expect to see dramatic change in the next 48 to 96 hours.
Okay, and so deportation flights to Haiti have resumed. How many flights a day do you think, how many migrants will be deported under Title 42?
What do you think about halting people coming in and halting deporting anyone and create a status for immigrants who are already here, myself included? I feel like there's a lot of people with a status, TPS, DACA, Dreamers, etc., have came within the last 20 years with no real road to citizenship. Citizenship is a lengthy process, but there should be something much faster just to help as many people as possible. Why halt the people coming in then? Like, asylum seeking is still a human right. I find that additionally hilarious. If you're a fucking if you have TPS right now, or if you're a fucking dreamer and you're like, you know, I got mine, dude. My parents fucking dropped me off on this side of the border when I was like 8. So, you know, can I just get my status? Like, let's just stop people from coming in, though. Why not both, dude? Like, how? How can you have that mentality?
So we expect 4 flights to depart today. We are working very closely with Haiti and other countries to which the migrants are being repatriated. We have an obligation to execute on the Title 42 authority, which is a public health authority in a time of pandemic that is held by the Centers for Disease Control.
We've been saying that's fucking bullshit, dude. That's bullshit. They don't even give a fuck about the... Dude, hold on. I don't know if this is true. true or not. I gotta look this up before I fucking say it. But like, in an effort to fast track deportation flights for fucking migrants, they originally, if they had positive COVID tests, they couldn't fast track the deportation flights. So they stopped fucking testing them. Like, now they've accelerated the fucking deportation process. And now they're not even fucking testing the migrants with COVID. Like, this notion that we fucking give a shit about their well-being is such a laughable one, dude. It's such a laughable one. Why is the Biden admin taking the heat for this instead of turning around and blaming it on Abbott? He's unpopular right now and up for re-election. They're fucking this up for Texans trying to turn blue. Wait, what? Because how are you going to fucking blame it on Abbott? It's federal. It's directly the DHS and Biden's fault. The fuck? Like, this did happen, yes. This happened recently where a fucking judge wanted to end the rapid border expulsions under Title 42. And currently, the Biden administration is fighting against ending Title 42. The Trump era policy, the only fucking Trump COVID measure that the Trump administration used. It's nuts.
The urgent.
All right, so we're gonna get to. I can't watch the Tucker Carlson one. I'll get banned. If I watch the Tucker Carlson video on migrants at the border, like Haitian immigrants, I will get banned. There's no shot I'm watching that. I can't do that. Sorry. Like, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm already getting fucking triggered out the ass at dumbass dipshits in the chat. I think we've done enough fucking, cruelty porn for the day. I think it's important for a lot of people to see this. I know I'm not trying to I'm not trying to just like show you these horrible images just so, you bank off of it or whatever. I think a lot of people can't see it. I go back and forth on showing some of these images. Obviously, if it's like a dead body, I'm not going to show it to you, but it's still important to see. Because a lot of people simply lack. A lot of people simply lack the insight. Like, they cannot comprehend it.